very good morning. And I want very good morning from everybody, please. Okay? It's not good afternoon as of now. And dignitaries, Gurinderji and Gaurav, Amulya, I think fantastic speakers. What a lovely morning it was. We fight another battle in India. I was just speaking to Gaurav about it. We fight a battle in India with the GDP growth of 7%, right? And an employment growth of 1%. It's a big battle, By 2024, we crossed China's population, correct? By 2024, at the rate what we're doing now. What will happen to our kids? I'm so worried. But I'm a patriot. I'm from the army background again, right? But I'm worried. But what can we do about it? Somebody asked me, in your own space, what can you do? So my passion is employability. Last 1 decade, I've been working on employability in India. I can openly tell in any forum, being an SDC partner, being a Ministry of Rural Development partner, I can see some students who are studying rural development as well, that we have wasted a lot of money in skilling and training in the country. And I told this on the forum where all the government people will sit. And I again say that today, there is a huge scope for us to develop talent. And today, after speaking on that forum that you wasted the 10,000, 15,000 crore rupees, another 25,000 crores should not be wasted in the country. I pledged, I went to the government, they heard me, they have given us a champion employer tag in India. I'm very glad to announce that, right? And they have also given us a responsibility to give jobs to 50,000 people, which we have also committed by the Ministry of Rural Development under the scheme of Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Gramin Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Why rural? Is it a part of my job as a Fortune 500 president in India? No. Is it a part of my P&L? No. Why am I doing it? I got my global CEO in India to meet our labor minister and to the government. And thanks to Nitin Gadkari and Venkaiah Naidu ji, which understood what I'm trying to say. I said, let's get the employers together. We will aggregate employers together, sell them the value proposition of what the government has, right? Till date, we have been training without knowledge of what are the jobs available in the country. Correct? We have been training on, there's no job available what they're training on, National Skill Development Partners. I said, we'll be training on the jobs which are the employer fraternity, including Samsungs and everybody, all the employer fraternity sitting here, get them together on the table, and then we will train. So I've started my first center. You'll be surprised why I chose Jammu and Kashmir. So just to answer your question, as a Fortune 500 company, I had 100 emails in my inbox. Why are you entering Jammu and Kashmir with your first center? But I said, I'm first Indian, right? And I want to start my J&K center. Last month, I commissioned our first center with 300 students being trained as we speak right away, right? So I think we need the courage to talk, we need the courage to make sure that our employment goes up in the country. We will not be, it will be a big social problem for everybody in the country, right? If we do not have jobs for all of you, it is a big social problem. We need to fight it together. And all employers are getting together. I'm going to be getting 500 plus employers. Thank you Samsung for it, by the way. They're already in, right? So 500 plus employers getting together and then training what they need and subsidize them with 3 months of salary, right? So we will do that in India to increase that bit. And I want to make 55,000 employees in India today to 100,000 Indians on the job by 2019. That's a commitment that I've given to my global team and as well as Indian management, right? So a little bit about our group, what we do. And I will just start off with what Manpower Group is, and I really respect the organization. We are global, but we are Indian global organization, I would say. Look at the accolades of this company. Look at the 80 plus countries. Look at the 3,500 offices, how this has grown over the last 70 years. And why have they grown? Why have they grown so much? 3.4 million people placed every year. So I'm not speaking from the hip of me, I'm just speaking from what we have done, right? I'm speaking from the experience of 12 million people being trained by Manpower Group. And most of the countries I'm seeing, Bulgaria, with Excellency, we have presence everywhere in all the countries. and I'm sure you know some of the brands, but I would like to highlight those here. And they have done a great job. 600,000 people when they get a salary check every month. You can imagine what kind of, the soul admiration you get. 600,000 people a month. Every minute when you sleep at your home, we are hiring 5 people in the world. Every minute, round the clock. In India, we grew from, I remember 10 years back, we were 10,000, 12,000 people, right? So I was told to start a new business. I started a new business. I said it's taking too long for me. Again, at a young age, like Gurinder tells me, a smart boy, right? So I said, no, at a young age, we have that energy to do things which we can't do at an old age. This is the time for all of you. Think differently, okay? Always do things differently and different things. Let me explain to you a little bit about our demographic. You can look at the numbers there. $20 billion plus organization, 19 billion last reported, right? The number of employees, internal employees, 27,000 people across the world, serving 600,000 employees that we have, right? This is a thing. Okay, so we can refer to that stream. And in India, we are present in 13 locations. A brief introduction about what we have. I'm going to be giving you an idea about the millennials and our research on millennials, because it's going to be making, I think you will be very interested to know what employers look for in the candidates who come for interviews. I'm going to be covering that topic today, and also for some of you here, what you should be doing for the millennials. And this is a global research we have done, and I'm going to be presenting that to you. This is what we do in India, 800 plus clients, 50,000 plus employees, 400 plus recruitment consultants who day in, day out recruit people across India. All the sectors you can see on the board. We were only 1,000 people when I acquired the company, Web Development Corporation in 2011. We have 5,000 full-time employees in IT today. The technology plays a very, very big part for us. And we were 18,000 when I took over in 2010. We have 55,000 people today. I think that's great growth for us as well. Look at the accolades. World's most ethical company, 2017. So if you look at not only today, but it is kind of 6th year in a row, world's most ethical company. Fortune's most admired company, again, 14 consecutive years. Fortune's most admired company. Why are we getting these accolades? Because we do a good job of connecting people to jobs, right? Connecting people to jobs, and rightfully we call them the employees that we want to make for the future, right? We want to create manufactured talent in our own language, right? Some of the economic, social, and what we do today as a corporate social responsibility in the whole world. I think not so many companies would invest so much. In India, we are doing so many CSR activities in Nagapattinam, in Chennai, training schools. We are putting in training schools to develop talent. And if you look at some of the numbers there, 400,000 clients, $1.9 billion paid in salaries and benefits, right? So I think these numbers are kind of big and amazing, but I don't want to mesmerize you with these numbers. I'm just going to be going straight away to what I'm going to be presenting to you today. This is a study, we call it 2020. This is a very big research. You must pay attention to it, because this will make your career. This will also give the perspective to employers what they should be looking at. And this is coming from our 19,000 people surveyed in 25 countries. More than 1,500 hiring managers. They were asked, and this survey was done. What did we want to understand? We wanted to understand how confident are they about their careers, the millennials. How much priority they give to skill development. This is the most important thing. What does job security mean to them? What will make them stay with an employer for a long time? It's not about employability, it's also about sustainability on the job, right? So look at this. 2020 millennials, and let me explain what millennials are. So some of you young MBA students, I was also sitting one day there, and I can understand what you must be thinking. So let me come in your shoes and tell you what millennials are. People who were born between 82 to 96 are the millennials. And I believe most of you are kind of millennials, 20 years, about 20 years plus. So we are going to be covering you today. 35%. It's going to be making 1/3 of the global workforce of the whole world, right? And that's why we are so focused on millennials, especially in India. Okay. So This is a very good research. I think you must pay attention to it. Again, I'm saying, because you've spent a lot of millions on it, and I want to showcase this to all of you. It will be sent to you as well, to Gurinderji and everybody, so that you can really apply it. So look at this. All the world's a gig, not really. Now look at this global figure there, and I will show you what, I'm sure everybody knows what a gig is, right? A gig is somebody taking up a job like Uber, somebody becoming an Uber driver, somebody taking up a full-time Uber driving role but he was a corporate executive. So that's what I'm referring to gig here. Look at the full-time employment numbers. If you look at how do you work now, the pink one will give you the how do you work now, and the blue one will give you how would you consider working in the future. Look at the numbers, amazing. Full-time, part-time, freelance contract, self-employed, casual, seasonal, gig, portfolio. Millennials are very happy to make disruptions, right? They want to disrupt. And let me now go back to, just look at the 3/4 of working millennials are currently in full-time jobs. Half are open to non-traditional forms of employment in the future. That means we call it liquid workforce. We call it people are going to be very flexible and agile and going to be taking over liquid, fluid workforce in the future. Let me show you India number now. Look at your screen. This is India. Specifically Indian survey. What is the difference you find here? Again, 74% of the people we interviewed in India, they are happy with their full-time jobs. 5% say they're open to new ways of working in the future. That means freelance, gig work, and also look at the figure which is very different from the whole world. 34% Indian millennials are considering self-employment, which is a fantastic number. Self-employment was never a very famous thing to be done in India, but look at what has happened to India. 34%, and that's a good number. Why? These 34% people will be creating more jobs in the country. And if it reaches 50%, our problem of the 2024, which I was talking about, can be resolved by 50%. Right? So I think the self-employment, which is very, very motivational, and look at the few companies in India. Flipkart, was it there 10 years back? Look at Uber, was it there? Look at these organizations, all technology-based organizations, they were not there. These were the same millennials who were sitting in this room. They were coming up with that idea and developed these kind of companies. Don't you think that we should be encouraged to do that more? I think we should do. Right? So look at this. This is a global number again. What are the top 5 priorities when you look for a job? And these are for the employers, by the way. What the millennials think. On the top 5 priorities. Millennials think money, security, holidays and time off, great people around me, flexible working is the top 5 elements that people look for, when employers will also look for millennials, what they're looking for, right? Look at India now. Very revealing. India, 94% want security of job, right? New skills, people want to acquire new skills, 93%. Money, holidays, time off, and promotion and opportunity. In India, we love our tags, a president, a group CEO, MD, the times are going for us, unfortunately. It's not our time. We will have no tags in the future. Another couple of years, I will shed off my president tag, right? I can do a basic job, I can do a consulting job, I can do a freelance job. So all our generation would have to be ready for that, by the way. So just to let you know, but all the people are sitting out here, and you can see that, if you don't provide these 5 elements to the corporate people who are sitting here, these 5 things, in India, people might not work for you for more than 2 years. That's our research. So, if you look at this job security redefined, first of all, understand, there is no job which is secure. If you look at, somebody running a business, I am also running a business, he is also running a business, all the dignitaries here are running a business for their respective business owners. So there is no difference between a job and a business anymore. So when you come to office every day, you are running a business. If you keep that in mind when you go for your first interview, and you understand the business where you're going for that interview, the most important thing is when you get into their shoes, then you will get that job. Understand that, right? That's most important. Look at India. What does job security mean to you in India? Secure job for long term. Job skills that match market need. maintain standard of living. We are so concerned about how we look, what we drive. You know, the standard of living is featuring up, right? Income security, contacts to help me find employment, redundancy, severance pay before I take up a job. Why should I be bothered about my severance pay when I join a job? But we are, right? So what to look for in the scorecard for success for the employers? This is a very important thing. We look for high learners. Employers always look for high learners, potential learners, low learners. You can look at some of the points there. About a third of millennials in India are high learners. India has got an ability to learn. You'll see people want to do post-graduation, they want to be a doctor, they want to learn more. It's a good thing, right? They're willing to spend time and money. They want to take risks. 58% are potential learners in India. They're willing to spend time and money training, but they need help from their employers to find opportunities. They are less likely to take responsibility. Employers need to help this group. So we are going to be helping this group. What we decided, and I decided, to go to the university and open up our center of excellence, for example, in AMITY, and get the business that we work every day, the HR business that we run, bring it to AMITY University and create those 100 kids and create those 150 kids, you know, who can really help our business grow and hire those people. So I'm going to be working with Gurinder ji and the team to open the Center of Excellence in AMITY very soon. And you will see our brand as a Center of Innovation opening up in AMITY very soon. That's what I would like to tell you. And we want to bring the prepone your learning. Please understand, if you think that some employer will wait for 6 months and make you up to speed, that's not going to be happening anymore. While you're doing your MBA, rather I would tell you, I did my first job after my engineering in Honda Motors. I did not go to MBA college. You guys were blessed, right? We did not have money at that time, unfortunately. But I did my first job in Honda Motors. I straight away started working and said on-the-job experience would make me better, right? So I worked. We are going to be, and you also have to think like this. While you're doing your MBAs, can I be involved in some project works? Can I do a part-time work with a startup? Can I go to a company like Samsung or Manpower Group and do on-the-job training? Don't wait for 2 years. Please start working right now. Obviously, keeping in mind the educational norms, we have decided to bring ourselves to the universities and start training kids while they are studying in the MBA colleges. Because to save your 2 years, to give you 1 year experience, and to give you that job of dream that you always live for, competition is going to be very, very tough in the coming years. So you need to do all these things, right? That, as I always say, get in shape before you get in a job. What do you mean by getting in shape? First of all, assess yourself. Assess yourself is the most important. Engage in activities outside of the classroom. Can I start a small organization while I'm studying an MBA? Why not? Might be you are the next Uber. Might be you are the next Flipkart. Right? Look at the achievers. Right? Take advantage of internship opportunities. So many companies are hiring interns these days. We have also pitched the same thing with the government of India, the internship development program, which we are going to be launching in the second half of this year. One of the programs where we are going to be taking directly interns into the corporate, not wasting the money on training, directly on the job. This is the most successful way of training people. Participate in student poster presentations. You know, sharpen your public speaking skills, which is the most important thing an employer will look at. Your public speaking skills, your presentation, how smart you are when we hire people. And we hire, by the way, 3,500 people every month in India right now. So I can tell you from experience what we're looking for and what our customers are looking for, right? Develop your entrepreneurial skills. Entrepreneurs, I think if you, as I said, when you go for a job, it is not your job. It is your business. It is your business that you're doing for somebody else. You're running the business without an investment. Don't you think that it's your duty to go there and do it like a job, like a business? I'm sorry, right? Get into the driver's seat of your own career. I'm not going to be taking too long, and I will send this presentation over to Gurinderji to circulate to all of you. It's a big learning for all of you. Money is not the only game in town. When I started my first job, I was paid 7,000 rupees. I was wearing a Honda coat, white Honda coat. My passion was wearing a Honda coat. At that time, there was no Honda. The first name of Honda City was Honda Danko when I started my job, and the first commission of the plant in Suratpur Kasna Road. Right? I was like so passionate about wearing a Honda coat. I didn't even see my salary slip for 2 years. I don't even see that. What I see is the learning that I got in those years. The 2 years that I learned the Japanese culture, then I went to the US. What I learned there, it's the learning that you should matter. You are blessed with such great parents taking care of you, putting you in such beautiful, lovely schools, and such, you're so blessed, right? You should not be bothered about your first paychecks. You should be bothered about the learning that you're going to be doing on the campus. And that's what I mean here in this slide, right? Learnability. I still learn every single day. I still go to the university and learn, and I make my employees learn. 3,000 plus online programs, Power You, are going to be open to the COE of AMITY here from Manpower Group, because we want you guys to learn on the job work, or while you learn, everything together. Please go to the learnabilityquotient.com when you get time, learnabilityquotient.com, and find what kind of learner are you and what changes you want. It's free of cost. Please go on learnabilityquotient.com. Follow me on Twitter. I send all these things every day. Manmeet Singh, it's without an A, hashtag, right? So this is what I wanted to tell you all. I wish you all the best for your careers and would like to have a very healthy relationship with AMITY University, doing a fantastic job in India. And we want to come to the campus, do a small bit to give you employment and some tricks to get employment and sustain that employment in India. Thank you so much.